If you play competitive tennis, then you have probably experienced the anxiety and the fear when it comes to playing a match. Maybe you play really good in practice, but then when it comes to actually playing a match, all that goes out the window and you get really tense and really tight and really stressed. Just the other day, I was doing a lesson and my student was expressing the frustration about how he often feels like he just can't play the same in his leagues, in his tournaments and things like that as he can in practice, and just that he gets all tense and he gets all tight. I want to go over 3 different ways that I found that have helped me be able to relax during a match. So number 1, you need to be able to slow down. So when I say slow down, what I mean is in between points, frequently when we get tight, when we get nervous, when we get scared, we tend to speed things up. We walk really, really fast between one point to the next point. We miss a shot or we make a shot, and then we're right back to baseline to be able to serve the next point. If you are the one serving in particular, you get to dictate the flow of the match. And if you're feeling tight, slow it down. Because when we get tight, when we are scared, when we're nervous, often we get a little bit frantic, and that's when we speed up. But when you can slow things down and make them a little bit more deliberate, a little bit more careful, it actually is going to help you feel a lot more calm and a lot more relaxed. So that's number 1. Number 2, you need to be able to shake it off. What I mean by that is, yes, you need to be able to shake off like bad points. So let's say you miss a point, you need to be able to let that go, forget about it shortly. Also though, I mean literally shaking out your arms and your shoulders. So let's say you're about to serve. Maybe what you do is you pause, you're trying to slow down, you're taking your deep breaths, and you shake out. Like you literally can shake out your arms, you shake out your shoulders, you maybe shake out your head a little bit. Make sure that everything is as loose and relaxed as possible. When I get stressed, and I've seen this in my students as well, what frequently happens is our whole body tenses up and our muscles get tighter and we're not able to play the way we know that we can. A big way to help this is number 1, slowing down. Number 2 is trying to relax those muscles. Your bicep gets all tense. That then forces you, when you're doing your follow through, to keep it close to your body instead of extending out like you probably know you should. So take time to shake out your arms, shake out your legs, relax your shoulders. Your shoulders are going to get up here, they're going to get high, and they're going to get tense. Instead, lower those down, shake out your head, your neck, and just try and relax as much as possible. And don't rush into that next point until you've had a second to kind of relax your body. Relax your mind mentally as well, but a lot of times when our body is tense, our mind gets tense as well. Or even the vice versa, when our mind is tense, our body tenses up as well. So if we're able to detense our body, then sometimes that translates to detensing our mind and being able to play a little bit more relaxed in the way we know we can. Number 3, you got to keep the big picture in mind when you are playing in a match. When we're doing practice, it's very easy to keep the big picture in mind. I'm here to improve. I love tennis. I'm here because I enjoy it. And it's so much fun to be able to, hit a great shot, or whatever your reasons are for being able to enjoy and play tennis. In a match, we forget about that. We forget that we enjoy it. And we also only can think about one thing, and that one thing is winning, or actually, not infrequently, the only thing we think about is losing and how much we don't want to lose. Maybe we don't even think, oh, I really want to win. We just think, I really don't want to lose. And that mindset really is going to prevent you from being able to play the type of tennis you can, because you're scared to miss. And the thing is, there is no reward without risk. And so if you never hit a shot harder, if you never go in for your angles, you're never trying to approach the net, things like that, you're never going to end up actually getting better and improving. So when I say keep the big picture in mind, what I mean is you need to not just keep in mind that, it's a game and you can relax and things like that, but also keep in mind, if you are a serious tennis player and you're like, I take tennis seriously and I want to get better and I want to improve, then you need to remember that the way to improve is actually not to only think about winning every point and every shot. It's instead to win overall, win the game of tennis. And the way you do that is by improving. And you're not going to be able to improve if you're always tense, you're always tight, and you're never able to play relaxed matches. So if you're in juniors, I know I felt this a lot, especially when I was in juniors and then in college tennis as well. I got very tight during matches, and it was a real struggle. And maybe if you're an adult and you're playing league matches or something like that, you can feel this as well. Take the time to kind of process what is causing you to feel so tight and so stressed. Maybe even write that down, and then take time to think of different ways to be able to deal with that. I would suggest even writing down the 3 things that I talked about. So slowing down, shaking it out, shaking out your body, also being able to keep the big picture in mind. Even write those down on a piece of paper, and then on your changeovers, maybe take a look at that and remember your ways to be able to relax. And because frequently, a lot of times, if you don't write it down in the match, your mind kind of goes blank and you might forget it. I hope this was helpful. Point Play Tennis, I created it here to be able to give you advice videos on technique, strategy, and mindset. So if you enjoy the content, please follow. Thank you.